good? Are we good? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night out here. Wait a minute. Oh, Lord, my Lord have mercy. Who is this guy? Press one. Who's this guy? Ah, who the fuck is this guy? Press one. Another dweeb. Press one. Where we at? Where we at? Hey, listen. Lord have mercy. Lord, who out here crying now in my chat room? Lord have mercy. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. And I told you I was coming back. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. If you're not ready, I mean, you must be watching Fresh and Fit. Press one. You must be watching the police over there indict themselves. Press one. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, fraudulent maniacs. Press one. Damn it. It don't get no worse than this. It's a glorious day. Press one. I was thinking for 2 hours how I'm going to get back on a computer. Press one. How I'm going to do this shit. Press one. They say Candice Owens out here with Mr. Tate. Press one. And what are we going to do about it? Press one. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Busted. See? You don't know why people out here defending people. Huh? Her and Paul Watson out here. They better say, Kev, stop. And press one. A bunch of foreigners telling me to stop. What I look like? I'm South Central Los Angeles, goofies. And press one. We not from London, mate. Press one. He got him. Look at him. That don't look like it's the first time she met no goddamn Mr. Tate. And why you not trying to tell us what friend brought Mr. Tate? Is Mr. Paul Watson from Prison Planet the man that brought you Mr. Tate? Who knows? Is that how Alex Jones knew what was going on the whole time? I don't know. I don't know who these people work for and what they do in their pastime. I play video games. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You can't be mad at me because you out here perpetrating a false augmented reality to your subscribers. Press one. Y'all been going overseas with Andrew Tate like Jeffrey Epstein. This is Jeffrey Epstein 2.0. When I come on in the morning, I don't want no static. I don't want no beef with nobody. Like I say, I'm G14 classified. I'm not here to catch the petty criminal. I'm here to catch the big dudes and the big women who out here perpetrating Donald Trump support and little agents, sub-agents in the community. Press one. Never in my life, I would think that Candice Owens was a damn Democrat just a few years ago. Press one. But that goes to show you. That goes to show you, right? It's just like Pearl. They just became red pill. You understand what I'm saying? Red pill. Oh, okay, so now it's looking like a Republican conservative take a coup. That's what it's fucking looking like. I ain't never heard no shit like this. I thought only the Democrats act like this. No, they in the back taking pictures and having a ball with Andrew Tate, and they get up here and say what? They get up here and say what? Oh, Andrew Tate is not a rapist. Well, you would say that if you were his friend. Why don't you just tell the people you and Andrew Tate know more than each other than you're led to believe? Press one. And why didn't you want to tell us the person who brought Andrew Tate to you? Maybe they brought you to him. Press one. You the one who look proud. Press one. You look happy. You look like you can do the job, just like you said about the assistant. Press one. It look like you can recruit. It look like this is sad to report. I tell you, it should not look like Candice Owens can be a recruiter for Andrew Tate. It should not look that way. It should not look like Miss Pearly things over here really looks this way to an African American observing. I mean, I'm just looking. Press one. Now, y'all out here pretending to be Democrats and Republicans. You are the nightmare you're afraid of. Press one. You are the trans movement. You are the takeover. You are the feminist and over masculine men. The the over the demasculated man is sitting right next to her with a black shirt on, with his hand on Andrew Tate. Press one. You're super masculine over him. You guys are the epitome of a George Soros style socialistic media takeover. Disguise yourself as Trump supporters and Trump this and Trump, but in reality, you're the same bloodline as a media bloodline as the corporate entities in protecting what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. Talking about why don't they tell us who on the list of Jeffrey Epstein? Why don't you tell us what really happened in London right there at the Ritz and how you really know Andrew Tate? Press one. It's strange that all of you people are now defending yourselves and kind of hinting at little things you might know about something about something. Oh man, I just watched Fresh and Fit. Oh my goodness, God bless them. Press them. God bless Fresh and Fit. I just got finished watching Fresh and Fit, and they over there doxing. They doing exactly what Candice Owens said they do when they don't want to pay the ransom. They put the females on blast. Press one. They know all the exposing. Hold on, caller, 1 second. They put all the exposing out on the internet. They were just doing that on Fresh and Fit. We got the tape coming up. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up? Hello. Okay, you bet, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. Make sure your phones are connected. Press one. That's what happens when they got a troll. They have nothing else to do because they're fucked. Press one. So they want to disrupt my show, and they can never disrupt the show. You can never stop the truth from coming out. You know why? Huh? You know why? Because I freestyle everything. God created me to freestyle everything like Eminem when he was on the 8 Mile.
Unknown caller.
Press one, so you guys will never stop the truth. Press one. Uh, Coffee and Kush TV, you on the
Hello?
air. What up?
Yes, this Kev Gibbs?
The one and only. What's on your mind?
Yes, I was trying to find out what is the foundation of your teaching.
I'm not teaching anything. I'm exposing the show, ma'am. I'm exposing.
Exposing the show.
Yeah, I'm exposing what's on my
Uh,
program. You see the show, you see what's up there.
Well, I look at your program.
Well, I can't help you, Grandma. Go to bed. You need to go to bed and put the vodka down. Press one. You need to go to bed and put the vodka down. That's why. And tell those in the background, this is a shame. This is a travesty. Press one. And the people stand by this. That's why Candice Owens is afraid. That's why she looked fidgety and got all of these stories. That's why. Because her and Andrew Tate, know each other
Unknown caller.
from way back. Press one.
Yvette.
Yvette, what you want, Yvette?
Did you hang up on me, sir?
Yeah, what do you want, Yvette?
Did you hang up on me?
I did. What do you want?
Yeah, yeah, I had questions and you didn't answer 'em.
I don't need to answer. I don't want to. What you want?
You don't want to?
What do you want,
Well, I'm
lady?
just calling because Yes, because my daughter watches your show,
Good.
and I don't know if you is it some kind of hypnotizing something that's in this message?
Yes. I'm very hypnotizing. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, I admit it. I'm very hypnotized.
Because
I hypnotize the people with truth.
no, because she has mental health issues,
Oh,
and
okay. Well, tell her to get some help.
she's
Tell her to get some help and go see a doctor. Press one. Tell her to go get some help. So anyway, press one. So anyway, your top G, Mrs. Candice Owens, and the whole Watson and Clear. Who's that other dweeb over there? Mr. Shapiro, uh, Sneakio, all this little intricate little internet little fascination with Andrew Tate is deeper than just uh, the Matrix and we're just a part of a network of people who hang out and pay $47 to watch Chatterbait.com together. No, it seems like this group knows Andrew Tate, and Andrew Tate floats around the same circles as Candace Owens. Hell, her friend brought him to her first day with her husband. She just met her husband, and Andrew's there. This looked like arranged marriages. Maybe she worked for Andrew. Maybe she says, maybe they want to take pimping official. Maybe they like George Soros want to make prostitution legal all over the place because Donald Trump has made it illegal all over the place. Press one. Shout out to my Cash App. Shout out to my Cash App. I would have never thought in my wildest dreams Candace Owens would know. It's just like she would know. Hey, she would say, I know Andrew Tate. I had some dealings with him, run in with him. No, bro. No, this looked like they all hugging each other like this. They're friends. Candace is not a celebrity at that time. Nobody knew who Candace was. Candace hang out with all white people. Candace hang out with all white people. We don't. Nobody knows. Nobody knows Candace. She probably be hanging out over there. Remember, they were hanging out at Miss Maxwell house. Maybe he was laundering money into the bank. Press one. Maybe they were laundering money inside of that bank that was just shut down. Press one. Maybe her husband was wiring money through that bank. Hit the like button and subscribe. Tev Gills. That's what I love about this channel. It's so organic. Mm. Mm. Maybe so. Maybe so. See, that's what I love about this. Maybe so. But before we, of course, I go to bed early. I like to get my beauty rest. By everybody up, staying up, can't sleep, and all that good shit. Yeah, I'm turned down. Now I'm up out of there. You know, getting rest. Getting my downloads. Press one, getting my downloads. You can't get downloads if you don't rest. Facts. 184, 89 people up in here. Shout out to you. Hit that like button. I'm finna put up a picture that may give you a eye opener to what's to come in the morning. Maybe they was moving money through the bank. Maybe they were. Maybe we stopped the biggest fraud case ever in America. Maybe Kev did that. Press one. There's Elon. There's Chelsea. Not Elon. There's her husband right there. Prison Planet. Press one. We've been doing our research, bro. We've been doing our research with these people. Mm-hmm. This little circle probably hands down are busted, just like Epstein and them. Why was that Elon? I don't know. Wide open. I thought that was just old boy. Maybe they were laundering money through that bank that Candice Owens owned the stake in. Press one. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're all in. Maybe they're all busted. Maybe the computer's all busted. Everything is fucked. Maybe the computer's fucked. Maybe everything's compromised. They got it all. Maybe that's why Fresh and Fit just spent the hour doxing all of the females he was holding in his laptop. Look at this one. She's a model. Look at her. So what? Candace already told us there's website people who hold this against women so they don't come forward. We don't care about that. That don't mean nothing. Actually, that make it look like you a part of his sex ring. We are now in the twilight zone. No, we ain't no damn twilight zone. Block, block. Ain't no damn twilight. What you talking about? The twilight zone. Block. Press one. Ain't no damn twilight zone. This is reality. You been in the twilight zone. That's the difference between you, boo. You sit up in the chat and play all day in the chat. Report to the dean's office. Get him out of here. Get her out of here. Block. Get her out of here. Report to the dean's office. Press one. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Y'all just play. 24/7. Revenge porn. Hold it against them. Use it as ransom. Use it as a means of power and control. No, you've been in here too long not to be on it, and you never call in. So I want to hear your voice. I'm tired of y'all just typing in random. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You heard what this? You see what I got going on here? These old ass women. You see that? No, go play. Go sit down and watch TV. If you're not consistent at learning nothing, you heard with her. Her daughter did what? Oh yeah, that's for those people in bungalows. It hurt. That's where Boo needs to sit down for a while. Go over there and sit down in the corner. Take a time out. It's not. I'm not here for that. I don't wake up just to see that. You feel me? You see this? I don't get there with that type of thinking. I don't get this type of info with that. You been here too long. You ain't never gave me this. Press one. I'm not playing. Y'all playing. Once I realized like Kev did, just you, bro. Go. Ride your horse, bro. Now I don't give a damn about none of that. This is what I care about. Press one. Bringing my audience what's facts, not no damn Twilight Zone. Your ass been in the Twilight Zone. I'm waking you up. This is right. This is right. We just watched Candice Owens defend this guy for a whole hour straight and had all of these questions. Turned out she knew him. Said the guy was, she said the guy was, Andrew came with a guy that came with her husband. Well, here they are. We went and got that. Press one. We went and got that completely. And look what we come back with. Evidence. The only evidence you need. Look at her smile. Look at her laugh. She's really confident about knowing both of these gentlemen. Joseph Watson, Paul Joseph Watson, and Andrew Tate. This is at the dinner. So what this is starting to look like is global trafficking. This is starting to look like, since her assistant was the one that, where's the assistant? Who's taking a picture? Where's the assistant? Where's the assistant? Press one. So, Candice, more than likely, you knew he was a pimp, didn't you? I'm finna open up a poll. I'm finna open up a poll, damn it. I'm gonna open up a poll. You knew he was a sex trafficker, didn't you? All you women knew he was a sex trafficker. Let me type this in real quick in my poll. Did Candace Owens know Andrew was a trafficker? And I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go straight to the audience with this. Get ready to That's cold. I never thought that Candace Owens know Andrew Tate was a sex trafficker. I'm gonna ask my community. I've never thought in a million years I'll be asking these questions about Candace Owens or any of these YouTubers. It's time to show yourself who you are. I don't support none of these people. This is treachery. This is international trafficking. This shit will get you indicted by Homeland Security. Okay? This is shit that will get your ass indicted. Who are you people? We gonna go into further in further depth about Candace Owens and her websites of anti-Trump, anti-Republican rhetoric. We're gonna go into that first thing in the morning. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're here first thing in the morning. But right now, I just want to discuss Andrew Tate, Candace Owen, and Mr. Paul Joseph Watson from YouTube. All of these people, this one just went down for trafficking. In my opinion, Candace knew. And you can agree with me. You don't have to. Uh, this is a freedom of speech channel. You can vote either way. Doesn't mean anything. I expect more out of my students. That's why I hold my students responsible. I hold my students like Boo to the highest. She do more talking. I ain't never heard and seen that person ever. So she got to call in. Yes, it's time to put your voices too. Also to the fire and apply some pressure to these traffickers and people who are using social social engineering to hide, mask what they are really doing. What they are really doing. I wonder if Pearl was Candace Owens' assistant. I wonder if Pearl was Candace Owens' assistant. That will be insane, right? Thank you, Brittany. That will be insane. What if who's to say? Pearl goes to Dubai. She in this circle. She's in his circle. She's getting interviewed. She looks like that type of individual. It looks like one of these can be her friends or something. What if they're all mm, what if I don't want to say what if Candice is a madam and a recruiter? No, 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 just hear me out. What if she brings women who are like Britney, like broken, like Instagram models who have been, totally disrespected. You know what I'm saying? And you bring them to Tate and he re-breaks them. They're already used to it. She already said she supports the website that exploits these women. So let's just put throw some shit on the table. Look how that shit is. Look at what we see. Now she's part of the train. I don't know what she's part of. I heard what she said. Now, I could replay the tape in which she brought up the fact that she knew Andrew Tate. Press one. And she only met him one time and she couldn't press one. Remember what happened with Andrew Tate? And she didn't matter. It didn't matter who brought him. Everything matters. So it's just not her on the screen. Press one. It's also
And that's all I have to say about that. Use
it's also Paul Joseph Watson. Now we can rewatch this narrative. Now watch how she spins this narrative, and she creates this storyline of events. Now we can go back and rewatch the storyline of events, and that's what it's about. Press one. See, you see how he rebroke Brittany, and let her know her value kind of like dwindled, and he had her attention, and everybody was cheering that on and was like, "Yeah, that's like, that's like, that's like so common with re-breaking a woman in a different way. It's like reverse engineering, but re-breaking her in the same way. She's already like trying to come out of that mental state. We laugh at people in MK mind control. We talk about this shit all the time. But that's what the sex industry is. That's what all of this shit is. So it's the same game. It's the same game. Now let's listen to Candice Owens rethink and retell this story with a whole different light. Now let's go.
All right, guys, it's Wednesday. I love Wednesday. I think it's the best day of the work week. I don't know why. Just giving you guys my arbitrary opinions. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Instagram thoughts. I'm being serious. I want to have a highly intellectual discussion about Instagram thoughts. Girls that are performing on the internet, always naked, half naked. What is it that they're after? And I guess my question of the day is, are you or were you familiar with the Instagram account that was entitled Tag the Sponsor? Fascinating account. It eventually got banned, I think wrongfully banned. And I want to talk about that because eventually I want to discuss Andrew Tate. Yes, he has been arrested. He is sitting in a Romanian prison, and I have some thoughts on that. So All that and more today, coming up on Candice Owens.
Press one. So we supposed to hear those thoughts. Let's listen to her tell these stories. You got to be able to keep. I told you all to take notes.
Girls that are earning so much money that they can afford to essentially live for these girls wearing a Fendi scarf. Let me tell you what Tag the sponsor was/is, because they still have an operative website. Because I was informed.
And why is she advertising for the website? Is that the same website that Candice Owens, that Fresh and Fit is using to dox these women? We don't know. They just did a podcast. They was putting these women pictures and shit out there. Like, look at them. It's like, yeah, they're video women, just like you guys pay for, loser. What a loser. One thing about Kev, I say this all the time. I don't care how mad women make me, bro. I will never go as far as, no, as low as just low. That's just low. Press. That's just low. I would never do none of these things. I'm African American. You know, we do wild shit. We do wild shit. I will never, that's just the wildest, lowest form of scoundrel on earth. Oh, yeah, what they were doing in freshman. What the hell? What's wrong with these losers? Why are they risking their careers for Andrew Tate? And now I see exactly how far the motherfucking rabbit hole goes. Continue on, losers. That's like, okay, nigga, all right, you hurt, all right.
Them about an old Instagram account that was entitled Tag the Sponsor that eventually got taken down because a bunch of women had complained about it. Let me tell you what Tag the Sponsor was/is, because they still have an operative website. So a couple of guys got together.
And we know she's with this type of scenarios. So listen to her storyline. Couple guys got together.
And they were looking through Instagram and, of course, seeing a bunch of girls that are just disgusting, half naked.
No, it's not disgusting. No, hell no. They trying to condense us. No, it's not disgusting no more. No, it ain't disgusting. Pussy miss for, twerk miss for everybody. Press one. My crazy stuff. Twerk miss for everyone. Press one. Oh, you thought they was feeling you? You hoes is munch. Press one. Time to turn to the women again.
But they were very interested in the particular women that would tag themselves on a yacht in Dubai, right? You can picture these girls wearing a Fendi scarf, her hair's blowing in the wind. She's got some designer sunglasses on. Sitting behind her is a Louis Vuitton bag.
Like the people in that party that you went to.
Sitting next to her are some Balenciaga shopping bags.
They was with Andrew Tate. They were with Andrew Tate.
And then she says that for a living, what she does is she's an Instagram model. And you're thinking, wow, how could there be this many Instagram models that are earning so much money that they can afford to essentially live on yachts?
Yes, they put women up to it. Of course they do. Of course they do.
Or, the girls, they're sitting in a private jet and they've got Louis Vuitton bags strewn across it. And you go, well, what do you do for a living?
Why are you so fascinated with Louis Vuitton bags? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. And to even think women are whores because they have Instagram model or a Louis Vuitton bag, or women like to be beautiful. Shit.
That's a lot of money.
They would do it with the fake Louis Vuitton. They would do it with Chinese-made products as well.
What do you do? And they're Instagram models. You start realizing there's a lot of these Instagram models that are all over the internet, and it's just not plausible that they're earning this much money. I would expect Giselle Bundchen, who's like a real top model, to earn this sort of a living. Kendall Jenner, sure. People with connections like Hailey Bieber, yeah, I expect that they could afford to fly privately and do these sorts of things. But not these average girls that were looking.
Yes, they do. It's not hard to fly. Press one. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something about flying. Once you fly one time, you're gonna fly everywhere. Press one. You just want to go. Press one. It's not expensive to fly as you think. Okay. especially with all the new apps that's out there. You save a couple here. You feel me? You plan ahead. You goal set ahead of time. This shit is not hard. I thought it was hard too. I used to let people like this talk over my head, like, nah, cause it is mental. Yeah, nah, bro, that's too much. Bro, it ain't never too much to breathe, nigga, and experience. So don't let these people create because you got a Louis Vuitton bag or because you fly in places that's something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Fly. Get the fuck on. If you sucking and fucking in the urban communities for nothing, and what I'm saying is, if you meet somebody across the water, if you meet somebody across the United States, north, south, east, west up there, you don't have to stay where you at. Is what I'm saying. Anybody can move any damn where. Stop acting like we committed to, because we allow these conservative dweebs to do this.
At with fake lips, they all have the same face, they're not even that tall. What does it even mean to be an Instagram model? So yeah, a couple of guys got together and they were curious about that. And they said, we don't care if a girl is a prostitute. Be a prostitute. I don't care what you do for a living. What we have a problem with are these girls that lie to their audiences, tell them that they're Instagram models to sort of legitimize their lifestyles, when in fact, at the end of the day, they're selling their bodies, which is
so harsh.
Is why, of course, in these pictures, what's always missing is who took the photo. Who is taking the photo of this individual? Why are they always alone in places like Dubai?
Press one. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Candice. I don't know, Candice Owens. You tell me.
Right? So they created an account called Tag the Sponsor, and what these gentlemen did was a type of catfishing before it was popular to catfish. They pretended that they were wealthy men from the Middle East, right? So they would pretend they were the Prince of Brunei or Saudi Arabia.
Now, hold on. You said, she say men catfished as well? Yeah. Men catfish as well. Yes. Who took your photo, Candice? I don't know. Who took Candice Owens' photo? I have no idea. Maybe that's what she was referring to and it slipped her brain. I'm asking the same thing. Who took the photo, Candice?
And royal family member with just so much money to spend, right? I've got billions of
That's you. How did you end up with a multimillionaire, billionaire? How? With just so much, and you just one this little girl from the Virgin Island, right?
What's always missing is who took the photo. Who is taking the photo of this individual? Why are they always alone in places like Dubai, right? So they created an account called Tag the Sponsor, and what these gentlemen did was a type of catfishing before it was popular to catfish. They pretended that they were wealthy men from the Middle East, right? So they would pretend they were the Prince of Brunei or a Saudi Arabian royal family member.
Oh, that sounds like Fresh and Fit. That sounds like some Fresh and Fit dweeb shit. Press one. Before we knew them. Press one. Before we knew these two dweebs, they probably were on this website. I don't know. This whole community is
just so much money to spend, right? I've got billions upon billions. They would message these girls. They would put together their own profiles. And they would pretend to be an obscure prince in the Middle East. And they would start conversation with these girls and eventually say, I'll fly you out to Paris. You can go on a shopping spree. You can do whatever you want. The only thing is I've got a weird fetish. And I want to know if you're okay with that. Obviously, I expect that you are going to sleep with me. And then they would say something that was so outrageous and disgusting, right? Like they would say, I don't know, maybe they have an earwax fetish and they want the girls to eat their earwax while they're naked. It sounds ridiculous, right? But this is what would happen. And then in response, these Instagram models.
Why you say it sound like her husband? Because she don't do social media. She made sure he don't do social media. Why do you say it sound like her husband, Amanda?
models, I'm using air quotations here, would say, oh, that's just, how much? Of course, how much? Because we know that these girls are, in fact, prostitutes. And then when they would have these girls agree to these ridiculous terms, they would post the conversation on their accounts at Tag the Sponsor and say, here.
Wait, when they had these women, that sounds like, what's that when you hold, like revenge porn? But it sounds like what Fresh and Fit just did on their show no longer than 20 minutes ago. It sounds like this is all of us. This is crazy. It sounds like the Tinder swindler. I never heard of that before. Y'all gonna have to cue me in on that one.
Then when they would have these girls agree to these ridiculous terms, they would post the conversation on their accounts at Tag the Sponsor and say, here you go, another Instagram model.
Another Instagram model. Let's go to a caller real quick. Let's see what they got to say about this whole interaction. Coffee and Kush TV late night with the road. You are on the air. What up?
Hello?
What up? That's right. That's right.
And these girls were outraged, and eventually these girls would file lawsuits, and eventually, I don't know what their official reasoning was they were given years ago, but Instagram did, in fact, take down their account. So because they still have a website that is active and they still post these conversations and they still capture these women, I had my team dig up some of
This is like crazy. This is like crazy when you think about it, right?
know that these girls are, in fact, prostitutes. And then when they would have these girls agree to these ridiculous terms, they would post the conversation on their accounts at Tag the Sponsor and say, here you go, another Instagram model. And these girls were outraged, and eventually these girls would file lawsuits, and eventually, I don't know what their official reasoning was they were given years ago, but Instagram did, in fact, take down their account. So because they still have a website that is active and they still post these conversations and they still capture these women, I had my team dig up some of these real conversations that were had with Instagram models. Here you go. I'm going to read one to you, okay? So in green is the guy, and in white is the Instagram model. And so the Instagram model says, hey, it's Lisa, so you're available this weekend? And he says, the next one I am. Okay, well, you can fly me from Paris next weekend then.
Now, wait a minute. Isn't this what Fresh and Fit just did on their show? Isn't this the same exact, but they put pictures. They didn't put the messages. He said, these girls want to do this. They want to. Look at this one. Look at that one. I said, what the fuck? What?
And he says, yes, I can do that. Are you okay with anal and masturbating my camel? That's what he says. She writes back, I do anal. Do you invite a lot of girls? He writes to her, my camel, he is trained. Okay, totally freaking weird. They go on, they have a little bit more conversation, and she is saying that she went to some parties in Dubai like his. They're connecting, but then it gets to the good part because he kind of goes back to this idea of his fetish with his camel. He asks her outright, kind of getting to the fetish portion. He says, did you...
Now, wait a minute. Didn't Fresh and Fit just do this? Wait a minute. Didn't Fresh and Fit just do this? They just did this exact thing on their live stream. She's advertising for them. TagTheSponsor.com. That's fucked up. So it's really like holding them captive by their own misdeed type of thing. That's fucking crazy.
Anyone. And she says, that's what you like? And he says, maybe. She writes back, I'm open-minded, though, so I don't think I'll disappoint you. Kissy X. He writes back, show me photos of you. And then she sends him some photos of her. And he says, I will book next week. Send me the dates. She says, sounds good. He then asks her a very important question. He says, are you okay with my fetish? She says, yes, no worries, smiley face. Then he comes back and says to her, pick which hotel you wish. Also, send video telling me that you understand the conditions and my fetishes, and you will be gifted. This is for both safety. And she says, I can do a voice message. So presumably she follows up by saying, I'm okay with your fetishes. And maybe this transpired in what she was hoping was going to be a nice picture of her in Dubai surrounded by a bunch of bags from various designers. And she was going to tag it and say that she was an Instagram model. But nope, actually ended her up on Tag the Sponsor, and she was exposed. Here's another one, a different Instagram model having a conversation with someone that she believes to be a wealthy prince from the Middle East because he's intentionally speaking in broken English. He writes to her, if you wish, 4-day holiday, I gift you 10,000 euros and we do my fetish. She says, okay, what is your fetish exactly? You must promise you will not joke with this. Promise. Also, you must sign NDA agreement when you arrive to keep confidentiality. Okay. Here it gets good, guys. He says,
It gets good, guys. Ma'am, if these are victims, just like I'm going to tell Fresh and Fit, if these are victims, like the victims they put on their show today, if these are victims, you guys are committing just a moral sin, a moral crime in itself.
I want you to give me rim job and hold my fart like a bong rip. I'm sorry. Just, wow. He goes on and says, it is all very clean. I pay extra for every fetish. I mean, it's just, could you just even imagine? She says, wait, I have to translate. Even translate, I don't really understand, but okay. He then writes back, you eat my buttocks whole, then I pass gas. You swallow it like smoking hashish, 10,000 euros for this. She writes back, that's a profitable job. But the 18th I leave, so you really have to
Wait a minute. Is it actually scrolling on the phone?
come next week. So essentially, she's just saying we got to move up the timetable if you want me to do. Okay, 1,000 euros,
Wait a
and
minute.
we do my fetish.
The phone is scrolling?
She says, okay.
You telling me this is the actual phone and it's scrolling? Is that what you guys are telling me?
What is your fetish exactly?
If this fucking text message move over here, wait a minute.
You must promise you will not joke with this. Promise.
Wait a minute.
Also, you must sign NDA agreement when you arrive to keep confidentiality. Okay. Here it gets good, guys. He says, I want you to give me rim job and hold my fart like a bong rip. I'm sorry. Just, wow. He goes on and says, it is all very clean. I pay extra for every fetish. I mean, it's just,
Wait a minute.
could you just even imagine? She says, wait, I have to translate. Even
Did you just see that? Like, how? What the fuck?
translate, I don't really understand, but okay. He then writes back, you eat my buttocks whole, then I pass gas. You swallow it like smoking hashish, 10,000 euros for this. She writes back, that's a profitable job. But the 18th I leave, so you really have to come next week.
Damn, what if?
So essentially, she's just saying we got to move up the timetable if you want me to do this bong rip. It's so disgusting, and I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about how much fun these men have. These
Something is off with this shit.
fetish.
It's like that laugh is Very peculiar. Shout out to Amanda for saying that. Yeah.
It's just, could you just even imagine? She says, wait, I have to translate. Even translate, I don't really understand, but okay. He then writes back, you eat my buttocks whole, then I pass gas. You swallow it like smoking hashish. 10,000 euros for this. She writes back, that's a profitable job. But the 18th I leave, so you really
Unless and whose phone is this?
have to come next week. So essentially, she's just saying we got to move up the timetable if you want me to do this bong grip. It's so disgusting, and I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about how much fun these men have, these men who were not from the Middle East, in exposing these women. Because, look, I kind of agree with them. I don't care if you want to be a disgusting prostitute, but it is kind of annoying to watch all of these.
Maybe he's just the biggest catfish of all time, and he got cams everywhere. Maybe he's like master catfish.
Women post seductively pretending that they're all models. Like, this has become the euphemism.
Wow. What if they're all... I'm just talking to my local detectives out there, my group that's right here spreading this information and gathering intel for Columbo Gillespie, detective. Press 1.
For a modern day prostitute. I'm a model, an Instagram model. I mean, it's almost an insult to even call yourself an Instagram model. Even if you literally are one, come up with a different term because there are too many of people like this who are using it, right?
No. Then what are you?
And why am I talking
What
about
are you, the moral police? I mean, what are you?
this today? Well, because while I was in Africa, obviously so much stuff went down. And among it, Andrew Tate was arrested in Romania. If you guys, I'm sure by now you have heard the story. It's been covered extensively. Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer. He's 36 years old. He was born in America. I think that he spent a lot of time in the UK. If I'm correct, he holds both an American and a UK citizenship, but he is currently residing in Romania. And he was arrested for organized crime, human trafficking, and rape.
So she knows this. She knew it then. She knows it now.
And the internet has subsequently exploded. There are all of these theories that he has been very clear in his own tweets since the arrest that this is all a part of the Matrix. There are these theories that the government went after him because he is this sort of macho man character and he's inspiring too many men to be alpha males. And so they're just going after him to take him out. And Andrew Tate, to some extent, believes that this is true. I wanted to give my take on this situation because I think it's relevant and I think it's interesting and it speaks to exactly what we are talking about and why I don't want to say that I hold a low opinion of a lot of women. I don't. But I think that I hold a very realistic opinion of what women are capable of all around the world. It is why it landed me on the opposite side of the Me Too movement, which I believe is women that trade sex for positions in Hollywood, for positions at work, and then when they regret that sex that they traded, they call a man a rapist.
That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. This language right here is very dangerous because, I mean, you just like hypothesize the whole situation that may have happened with your assistant. You just named a whole website. You went on this whole campaign about this website and how fond of it is funny to expose women who do this. And the two gentlemen, ha ha ha, and now the lead up to the incident of even knowing Andrew Tate comes about. And this is really damaging, very damaging.
And it's also why an account like Tag the Sponsor makes me laugh.
Told you.
Because I know that women are not all just these precious butterflies who are always caught up in circumstances and don't know how they landed there. Women can be, just like men, can be conniving. What? Women can, when they want to get around to it, be more conniving and more plotting than men can be.
Yeah, and that's why you got to be more, man. You got to be more. You got to ask real questions and not let hair and fascinations with smiles and, oh, no, Shit, when people really do some cold shit in this world, man, you never know what the fuck is going on with people. It's a report that can come out and say this YouTuber did this or this YouTuber. Nah, bro, these people be up to no good. A lot of people is up to no good, bro. And that's correct to me. Shout out to Shiva. She say it sounds like she's describing herself. That's exactly what she's doing.
The Andrew Tate story is interesting to me for a lot of
in my
reasons. The
opinion.
first is because of how I met Andrew Tate. Totally weird story.
Now listen.
Andrew Tate was at the Ritz in London when me and my husband first fell in love, and he was with a mutual friend of ours, who I'm not going to name, doesn't matter. I met him as I was having this dinner with my husband and his friend. Andrew Tate was there. I had no idea who he was. This is kind of before he really took off on the internet, even though I think he was known to some. He was not at all known to me. He was
Press one. See? You busted. You are busted. 100%, champion. He got your hat in his hand. Press one. He got your hat. Your MAGA hat right there. What are you talking about? You're not a political figure. You're not a political figure.
very nice to me. I have nothing bad to say about how he treated me. He was very kind. He wasn't wearing glasses inside as he does now. I think that's kind of his online persona. But he was very kind. I didn't speak to him very much, obviously. I was in love with my husband, like falling in love. So I spoke to my husband the entire time. But
no, you didn't, liar. No, you took pictures. No, you took pictures, remember? No, it's right here. I got it on the screen. No, remember, you took pictures. Then you forgot to tell us you took pictures? You thought nobody would be looking. You thought nobody would remember. Interesting. Very interesting, Candice. And to see how calculating you are. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Do y'all think I'm gonna put a poll out there. That's a good poll right there. Ooh-wee. Maybe the assistant is the guy. Who knows? I don't know. She is more up underneath Tate though. Let me look at the photo. Yeah, she's sitting right up underneath Tate. You see? Press one. She's underneath Tate. She is directly behind Tate. Press one. Pictures say a lot. Good observation. Good observation.
and here's a very interesting but. I had my assistant at the time with me who happened to be Romanian. She's born in Romania, speaks Romanian, happened to have been in the United States, because she was playing tennis at university, and then
At university? In where? Where was she playing tennis? What? Where was she playing tennis? At university? What university? What are you saying?
had my assistant at the time with me who happened to be Romanian. She's born in Romania, speaks Romanian, happened to have been in the United States, because she was playing tennis at university, and then
She was about to say, in where? In where, Candice? At university.
she worked for me for a couple of years, and she wasn't a very good assistant. That's why she's not with me anymore.
No, okay, so she wasn't good. That's why she's not with me anymore. So why do you come back and say she was an Instagram model? Wait. So you say she's not a good assistant. That's why she's not with you anymore. Something's off, man.
And she was also a young woman who was obsessed with Instagram, this kind of a girl that would pose seductively on the internet, right? And
No.
she spent a lot of the time that we were there talking to him, right?
I'm a professional interrogation confession watcher. Press 1. I watched first 48, bro. She looking all up in the sky. Press 1. Trying to formulate her thoughts. Press 1. All my come on. Come on. Now that you know the truth. Now that you know the truth, it hit different, as my man from Chicago says.
And she spent a lot of the time that we were there talking to him, right? They were having a conversation. I don't know if he was speaking to her in Romania. I don't even know if he speaks Romanian, but I do know that he spoke to her. And at the end of this dinner, as I am not paying attention because I've got butterflies in my stomach and I'm falling in love with my husband, she comes over to me afterwards and she says, this guy, Andrew Tate, I think he's a pimp in Romania. I said, what? And she's like, no, I think he's like actually a pimp in Romania. And I'm sitting here going, I don't even know what they're talking about. He's not even Romanian. He's
What? This is crazy, crazy. Listen to me, fam. This is crazy. This is worse than Lil Pookie and Ray Ray type shit. Press 1. This is that shit here.
a UK citizen. Maybe he's American. He doesn't sound Romanian, doesn't look Romanian. I don't know what you're saying. And she also said a lot of stupid things, so I didn't really give too much air to what she said. It just didn't really make sense to me. I don't know if she meant to say that he had approached her, which, by the way, if he did, she would have been a perfect candidate for this. She was very interested in, and eventually it was why we had to go our separate ways, one of these girls, right? Someone that wants attention, wants somebody that's going to shower them with attention, somebody that wants money.
Are you talking about yourself?
And so I just remember that one comment. It's something that she said, and I didn't look further into it because it wasn't relevant to me and it wasn't relevant to my life. So you fast forward to today, and I see these allegations of him being a rapist, human sex trafficking, whatever in Romania. And my take on this is that I do not believe that Andrew Tate is a rapist.
Silent assassin, that's cool, but I'm in detective mode. Okay, not in chat mode. All right, thank you, buddy. I'm in detective mode. You got to say something more detective like. You got to make your words matter here.
Don't. I think that that is what people like to accuse men of when they're trying to take them down, right?
No, not right. Not right. No.
Do I believe that Andrew Tate is exactly what he tells us that he is in his videos when he talks about women and he says that he thinks that women should be subservient to men, and that in his relationships he says that he has tons of children, and that he says that in his relationships he expects to be the more dominant one. I'm paraphrasing here, but Andrew Tate is not hiding exactly who Andrew Tate is and always has been, and clearly he communicated exactly what it was and whatever it was that he does in Romania.
Did y'all realize that she mentioned taking girls? Are you guys realizing what this is? Yeah, bro. Silent assassin, I'm not here for you, bro, like that. Nah, bro. You got to step your speech patterns up. You want to hang out with me and my audience, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Really, I'm not. You better step it up into nigga fraudulent mode rather than just talking in my chat room.
To my assistant, giving her the option. Maybe she wants to join. For all I know, maybe in Romania, which may be perhaps the reason he moved to Romania, whatever he was doing, being a modern Hugh Hefner, is legal. I'm taking a guess here. I don't know. But if you're a guy and you hold citizenship.
You know a lot. Did you know a lot then? What did you know? I just brought up Judge Gills. You got to be ready. They already hitting me up on my Patreon. I don't see you, silent assassin. So, yeah, chill out.
In America or in the United Kingdom, and you decide to uproot to Romania, it's got to be because you can do a little more dodgy stuff in Romania. It's the Eastern Corridor. This is how things work, right? Romania is like Ukraine. It's an incredibly corrupt country. The governments are entirely corrupt. Now, the risk that you run is that what you are doing in Ukraine might be legal if your goal was to be a Hugh Hefner. And I think that what he did, I believe that Andrew Tate was always upfront with all of these women in the same way that when you go to work for the Playboy Mansion, they're pretty upfront with the fact that you're going to be walking around in a bikini wearing bunny ears when Hugh Hefner was alive. I believe he always communicated that, and he was always upfront, right? But when you decide to do that in Romania, the risk that you run is that it's Romania. And any day when the government realizes that you have money in Romania, if you are flashing your wealth on the internet in the capacity that Andrew Tate flashes wealth on the internet, the government will make up charges to seize your wealth. And that is exactly what is happening to Andrew Tate right now. He is having his cars seized. He is having his money seized. I think they've taken over his compound, I read. There's no reason for them to do this if they're trying to discover whether or not he was a part of a human sex trafficking ring, if they're trying to discover whether or not he raped anybody. There would be absolutely no reason for them to seize his cars. It's not relevant until at least the conclusion, right, of the investigation. It's absolutely not relevant. But it's Romania. The Romanian government is corrupt. The Romanian government has to do what the Romanian government does, right? These are the Zelenskys of the world, people in that region. They steal from people, and that is the truth. What I found interesting is that because the media does hate Andrew Tate, and they have hated him long before any of this became public, they hate him again because he describes himself as an anti-feminist. He tells women that they should be beautiful. He tells men that they should be more dominant. And the internet and the media does not like that. They keep revealing private conversations that Andrew Tate has had with women. I guess that's supposed to be the media's form of evidentiary support to the idea that he's a rapist. And what ran...
And he's not. And, you know, that's why it's important to keep your eye on the ball. I don't give a damn about none of these niggas that want to be chatters in my chat room. They not Judge Gills, KevRow, Fraud Department, KevRow, nothing. Nothing. I don't give two shits about none of these niggas. Only thing I care about is this information and people waking up to that. I ain't trying to be friends with these niggas. No, don't call me. No, hell no. Only smart people. That's why I'm moving my shit around the way that I'm doing. Don't call me. No. Every time these niggas call is to distract. Period.
Article last night was a transcript of a woman basically saying that she didn't want to get a tattoo. Allegedly, all of the girls that Andrew Tate is with, they have a tattoo of his name on their body. And she says, no, I want to keep my body pure. And he's like, well, I'm paraphrasing here. If you're going to be with me, your body belongs to me and you need to get this tattoo.
That's called branding. If you're branding women, you are trafficking, more than likely. If you're branding women, you are trafficking. Okay? If you're branding women, you are trafficking. You're labeling them. You're tattooing your... Okay, then.
Not find that to be evidence that he is a rapist, and we need to stop being so sloppy when we say that people are rapists, and we need to accept the fact that there are a lot of women...
Ma'am, there's 6 victims.
...that have this fetish. There are women that like to be dominated over.
Okay, so...
I had a person that I was friends with at university.
Wait a minute. At the same university? Press 1.
Not like this.
What's she like? She like to get shitted
Not
on?
like this.
What you like? What did your friend like that had this fetish? Once again at university, one time at band camp pass. Press 1. No, I don't want to talk to these niggas. They late. Nah. One time at band camp. You feel me, Lewis? One time at band camp. See, at university again. See, if you listening to these niggas in the chat room, you gonna miss it. If I'm allowing them to call in, they gonna have us miss it. No, I don't want them to call in. I got a specific call-in hour in my morning show. No. Only the women can call in about this shit. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Last night was a transcript of a woman basically.
Oh, Tate's University. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, one time.
Not like this. Not like this.
What university? What university? Do they go to KevRow University? No. No, they go to Hustler University. Not like this. I'm gonna be sleeping about this shit. This shit is incredible. What university? KevRow University? Oh no. Hustler University. Press 1. I told you them laptops. Press 1. Them Joe Biden laptops. Them Andrew Tate laptops. Press 1. Hit that like button. What you talking about, Willis? What university? Amanda is 100%. Right now, we're going to put it on YouTube and bring it back to watching tomorrow. Look. University, family. Them laptops, bruh. They got everything, huh, Candice? Candice all in there. What you been doing on this internet, Candice? Oh, my goodness. What's your fetish? What you like? Press 1. Everybody got their fetish. What you like, Candice? Press 1.
The media does not like that. They keep revealing private conversations that Andrew Tate has had with women. I guess that's supposed to be the media's form of evidentiary support to the idea that he's a rapist. And what ran in an article last night was a transcript of a woman basically saying that she didn't want to get a tattoo. Allegedly, all of the girls that Andrew Tate is with, they have a tattoo of his name on their body. And she says, no, I want to keep my body pure. And he's like, well, I'm paraphrasing here. If you're going to be with me, your body belongs to me, and you need to get this tattoo. I do not find that to be evidence that he is a rapist, and we need to stop being so sloppy when we say that people are rapists, and we need to accept the fact that there are a lot of women that have this fetish. There are women that like to be dominated over. I had a person that I was friends with at university.
Okay, and what happened?
Who was in my class, and we became friends because I was so shocked at the stories that she would tell me about her 3 different boyfriends that she managed, unbeknownst to all of them.
How? What? That she managed. So she's managing 3 different men, unbeknownst to all of them. That sounds like surveillance team. Fucking 3 different niggas managing what? What are you doing? Oh my goodness, this is some setup shit, cuz I don't know about. I seen this shit on the east side of Los Angeles or some shit. Bishop Figueroa, 59th and Figueroa type shit. What type of shit is this? How you managing 3 different boyfriends that they don't know? So she's pimping. No, she's not pimping. She's hoeing. She taking money from 3 different niggas. That's what that is in the urban community, unbeknownst to them. And their world is managing 3 different men. Damn, unbeknownst to them. Damn, what the fuck, man?
And she was very into kinky stuff. She liked the idea of men being dominant over her. It was all of the BDSM stuff. She was into it. She liked to have those conversations when he would tell her what he was going to do with her, or when he would tell her to shut up. This was a part of her sexual kink, right? And people do not want to believe that there are women that are into this. There are. And I have to believe, because of how public of a figure that Andrew Tate has been, because of how honest he has been about his expectations in relationships and in his views of the women that he is with, or what he would.
You ain't never said no BDSM shit on the goddamn computer. Where did that come from? There's no Andrew Tate talking about, bondage and tied up and shut the fuck up. like that, like there's some abuse, but to even go low and say, well, this is BDSM. There's girls like that, and that's what those girls were. That's Is that what you're banking on? That they were into that, and that's what y'all rolling with?
Do in a scenario if he was dating a girl that did this or that, that the women that were messaging Andrew Tate, engaging in conversations with Andrew Tate on the internet, on Instagram, via direct messaging, knew what they were getting into. And I feel that that is important to say because I am so sick of this idea that we should always accept that in every situation a woman is a victim. I'm not empowered by that. I don't find that to be empowering, right? The Me Too movement to me disempowered women because it said women never know what they're doing. They just are always little flowers and men take advantage. The truth is that women take advantage too. And the easiest thing for women to sell to get what they want is sex, right?
No. And whether it's right or wrong, I don't give. That ain't got nothing to do with human trafficking. That ain't got shit to do with 6 counts of rape and human trafficking and money laundering and this one's and that one. So how deep is your love for Andrew Tate?
This is what Tag the Sponsor proves. I want to be rich. I want to have money, and I don't want to work. So I'm going.
This is what Tag the Sponsor proves?
To sell sex. I have no talent and I want to be an actress, so I'm going to sell sex. There's even an element of this, by the way, when you start hearing stories about how Harry and Meghan got together. We spoke about this yesterday when he talks about how he showed up at her hotel.
She's a recruiter. Brittany, you got to start calling that in. You got to say more. You got to do more. What do you mean? What are the signs of a recruiter? Y'all got to start calling this in, bro.
In London, Soho House. And as soon as he opened the door, she threw herself on him and got naked. Yeah, because Meghan wanted to get with a prince. You know, she was kind of like, this is my last shot in life. I'm 40 years old, almost 40 years old. I'm going to get with this prince and make him love me. And I'm going to have sex with him, premarital sex with him, because that's what I want to do. And clearly it worked, right? Sex is a power that women have. Being beautiful is a power. Being aesthetic, being feminine is a power that women have. And women tend to wield that power.
Oh my God, they're witches. These females are like fucking witches. Jesus.
Heavily throughout society. And so I want to be very clear that I do not agree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle. Not whatsoever. Not as a Christian person do I agree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle. But two things can be true at once. You can disagree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle while also acknowledging that the women that involved themselves with him, right, the women that are now angry and turning their backs and saying, well, you know, I felt that I thought I was going to be with him forever. I thought I was going to be the only one.
Oh, wait, we got a call. Could be a caller. Caller, 1 second. Somebody taking me up on please stand. Somebody not intimidated by the bro. Press 1. Let me turn this on real quick. I'm not taking too many calls, but this was different than the last few of them. Coffee and Kush TV, you're on the air. What up? What's your name? Where you calling from? Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hey, it's Brittany.
What up, Brittany?
Not much. So yes, Candice being a recruiter.
Why you say that?
So, because everything she's doing is all part of the demoralization, part of ideological subversion. So she's picking apart women who may be struggling, women who may be going through whatever they need to do to boost their self-esteem, whatever it is that they're going through, vulnerable women, and she's picking them apart. She's kind of generalizing them, labeling them all as one thing, as prostitutes or whores or whatever, and making that the general image of any woman who is a quote-unquote Instagram model or any woman who posts those kinds of images online.
Right.
She's kind of creating that blanket statement and that generalization that they're all prostitutes and they're all like this and they all want and bring this up upon themselves. So
now let me ask you something. let's take it a bit further. You know, I'm the professor. Let's take it a bit further.
Hmm.
Isn't that what Fresh and Fit and all of the red pillars are doing? Generalizing a segment of people who are in a specific mindset and breaking them down in a way, and they're creating that atmosphere which is perfect for a trafficker or a mind manipulator or a pimp like Andrew to come in and find a Brittany and invite her to Dubai where she can be treated this way, or another unwitting female who is already broken and don't really and looking for that type of guidance from real men. That's why a lot of people was clinging on to Kevin Samuels. It was like, even though nigga hated him or whatnot, he was he offered a lot of women solution towards the end of what was going on. But yeah, do you see that?
Right. He was standing up for something, and I think that's what a lot of people appreciated about him, regardless if it was right or wrong. It was like he was vocal about something, like he had an opinion and he stood on it, I guess. But definitely, that's what all those other guys are doing as well. They're just demoralizing people. They're just making them believe that they all have to be one thing and they all have to look a certain way and they all
All right,
have to
but you see,
fit this image.
do you see how you just said she was like a recruiter and grooming, right? So say
Yeah,
you create
yeah,
this ideology and create it around podcasting where women are coming in, you come in and bashing them, tear them down. Doesn't matter who they are, Christian, witch, Catholic, Muslim. You don't just tear their ass down if they ain't what they say ain't getting down with the program. Now, wouldn't that be a grooming process, unbeknownst, unwitting
definitely. And she's
people
also
like
putting,
yeah, because you got girls supporting that, people who will be down with that. You can observe all 10, 15 of them, and they will come to their own rational decision, especially if you got that Fresh and Fit dude pounding them out 24/7. At some point, all those stats are going to make sense and they're going to kick in, and boom, you got one, you got two,
yeah.
you got three, you may have four, damn, on this show, three of them, on this show, yeah. What do you think about that?
And yeah, and for Candice in particular, she created this image of being on this moral high ground and being more sophisticated and more well spoken and more just everything than everybody else. So she uses that as a way to kind of make people think that they should be like her because she has everything. She is where she needs to be. She's successful. She has this Lloyd of London who has all this money. So if people are not aware of the history and the banking system and all that kind of stuff, then they think that she's got it all.
Now let
But
me.
she's on the opposite end of
y-
that.
You're absolutely right, and remember, she's a partner in that bank that tanked.
Right.
Maybe Tate, maybe Andrew Tate was a person in that realm. Maybe he was a customer
Definitely.
of hers, more than likely, huh? If they have a bank, crypto.
Definitely. And her husband being a Lloyd of London, the Bank of England, that being involved as well, and all the other banks that are kind of associated with that also would be in trouble. So UK banks,
And
US
what
banks,
and Chase Bank, and didn't they just say the Virgin Islands been trafficking?
yes.
The banks in
So
Virgin Islands been
the
trafficking?
banks.
Yes, specifically.
Hmm.
And wow, ain't that where she from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the
Yeah.
call. Thank you for the call. Anything else?
No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's it.
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay.
love that. I love that. I love that. I love when I grill my students and they call in like, look, I stand on mine. Most of these dudes start running.
While also acknowledging that they also contributed themselves to this. They did this intentionally. They knew what they were getting into. Perhaps it was for money. Perhaps it was for fame. It likely was for a certain lifestyle that he provided. But that is what you call an exchange. So there's going to be a lot more to the story. I'm sure more things are going to be revealed as we go along.
So the program is all about taking advantage of girls who are in the profession of the sex work profession, or just unwitting
Unknown caller.
models who are looking for a little extra attention, they get
Tim Jones from California.
because hold on, Callie. Hold on 1 second, Callie. Niggas really
Yes,
got
sir.
game. So Andrew Tate said you can take my info and work the streets with this shit. So that's just another form of pimping, and African Americans got game anyway. They know exactly with a little game you can get any damn thing around this motherfucker. So go ahead, caller. You got the air. You on the air.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And I just wanted to say thank you for everything you're doing, man. Didn't say it before, but I really appreciate God for who you are. I know we're doing this investigation, but you've made a difference for me. Being a PKK, I'm a kid that grew up in church, but had a certain perspective, and being a part of what you're doing is really
What am I
helping
doing?
my understanding.
All right, what is it helping? Let's get past this. You got to come to class with that. Right now, it's about I ain't doing nothing but breaking the shit down.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir, for sure. Just one point to something that I think Brittany was the previous caller, has said about Candice Owens and what she's doing. As being a recruiter, it makes sense for me based on what her history was before she got with this guy. I'm sorry, was that
No, go ahead.
somebody on the line?
Go ahead.
Okay. What she talked about how she was when she was in college, where she comes from, her promiscuity at a high level, the alcoholism, the stuff that she condemns people for. It's like what she did before, and she would know that type. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As far
you remember her describing herself before her Christian faith kicked in. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And to me, it makes total sense as to how she could be playing that role of a recruiter, because she can identify and she could really break down the psychology of that type of person, get them in the room, almost like it kind of reminds me of one of those movies, Wall Street, Boiler Room, where they would identify the prospects and take them to the next round, if that makes sense. So just wanted to add that to the class tonight.
Well, thank you for bringing that to the class, my man. Thank you for that, champion.
Yes, sir.
He absolutely right. He absolutely right. He absolutely right. Prospecting. I didn't even think of it like, well, we were just talking about it like recruiters in the room, but he's right. To add to that, they will call that prospecting. Seeing who down. That's what he was doing when he brought all 5 of those women to the, what's the name? Prospected. So it's not far-fetched that they will be doing this live on the air every day on these podcasts. Press 1. See? Y'all out here watching trafficking, potentially. I told you, these people won't, on Fresh and Fit, this shit is weird how they're defending this. But maybe that whole thing there is prospecting. And he's trying to maintain control. Like, look, we'll put y'all bitches down here. Look at this. Because one more speak out. If one person come out and say, oh, I met them through Fresh and Fit, or I met them through Candice Owens, or I met them through Paul Joseph, Paul Watson, right here in these photos. It's bad. It's bad. It's just like, oh, I met them through Pearl. Pearl introduced me, and I wasn't taking advantage of. All I need is one mic. All we need is one victim. And I think this is more like crowd control. Like, oh, you better not say shit. Could be. And who knows? Just the hate on their lips is so like, ugh.
To it, be more conniving and more plotting than men can be. Kind of a girl that would pose seductively on the internet, right? And she spent a lot of the time that we were there talking to him, right? They were having a conversation. I don't know if he was speaking to her in Romania. I don't even know if he speaks Romanian, but I do know that he spoke to her. And at the end of this dinner, as I am not paying attention because I've got butterflies in my stomach and I'm falling in love with my husband, she comes over to me afterwards and she says, this guy, Andrew Tate, I think he's a pimp in Romania. I said, what? And she's like, no, I think he's like actually a pimp in Romania.
So she knows. She knows he's a pimp. She knows he's a fucking pimp. She knows he's a pimp.
The women that he is with or what he would do in a scenario if he was dating a girl that did this or that. that the women that were messaging Andrew Tate, engaging in conversations with Andrew Tate on the internet, on Instagram, via direct messaging.
Remember, Andrew Tate said, these men be thinking they talking to women, but they talking to men. They talking to me and my brother. They be talking to us. We got this shit on lock. Remember, I told y'all the other day, I said, what if they took this, what if we got this porn shit? Maybe that's cool. That's one sector of it. But what if they took this blueprint? I just said this to online. Press one. What if they brought the blueprint to YouTube? Check. What if they brought the blueprint to YouTube? This whole little formula. Check. And it's been working for quite some time. Yeah. Got their little palm pieces. That's why he got that knight palm piece in the back. He's the master snake. Top devil. Press one. Yep.
Knew what they were getting into. And I feel that that is...
And he's a master chess player, remember?
It's important to say because I am so sick of this idea that we should always accept that in every situation a woman is a victim. I'm not empowered by that. I don't find that to be empowering, right? The Me Too movement to me disempowered women because it said women never...
You're not supposed to be empowered if that person's a victim. They're supposed to be empowered. They're the ones hurt, Candice. You are the Me Too movement. You're your own Me Too.
Never know what they're doing. They just are always little flowers and men take advantage. The truth is that women take advantage too. And the easiest thing for women to sell to get what they want is sex, right? This is what Tag the Sponsor proves. I want to be rich, I want to have money, and I don't want to work. So I'm going to sell sex. I have no talent and I want to be an actress. So I'm going to sell sex. There's even an element of this, by the way, when you start hearing stories about how Harry and Meghan got together. We spoke about this yesterday when he talks about how he showed up at her hotel in London, Soho House, and as soon as he opened the door, she threw herself on him and got naked.
So what? That's what you do. So what? So what? Who are you talking to? Children or adults?
Because Meghan wanted to get with the prince. You know, she was kind of like, this is my last shot in life. I'm 40 years old, almost 40 years old. I'm going to get with this prince and make him love me. And I'm going to have sex with him, premarital sex with him, because that's what I want to do. And clearly it worked, right? Sex is a power that women have. Being beautiful is a power. Being aesthetic, being feminine is a power that women have. And women tend to wield that power heavily throughout society. And so I want to be very clear that I do not agree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle, not whatsoever. Not as a Christian person do I agree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle. But two things can be true at once. You can disagree with Andrew Tate's lifestyle while also acknowledging that the women that involved themselves with him, right, the women that are now angry and turning their backs and saying, well...
Turning their backs?
You know, I felt that I thought I was going to be with him forever. I thought I was... was going to be the only one.
She's a groomer? Recruiter?
While also acknowledging that they also contributed themselves to this. They did this intentionally. They knew what they were getting into.
Wow.
Perhaps it was for money. Perhaps it was for fame. It likely was for a certain lifestyle that he provided. But that is what you call an exchange. So there's going to be a lot more to the story. I'm sure more things are going to be revealed as we go along. Thus far, I have not been surprised by anything that I have seen. But, you know, we'll keep covering the story and we will see where it ends.
Yeah. Yeah, we will see where it ends. Press one, Candice. And guess what? Guess what we found, Candice? It's ending with you, Scooby-Doo. Press 1. Is ending with you and Mr. Paul Joseph Watson. Incredible. Incredible. It's really ending with you. That's the crazy shit. For you to, I think you know where it ends. I think you know. I think Paul Joseph Watson knows. I think Sneaky O, all of you people, I think you know. And that's not even her husband right there. That's Paul. He all on her too, huh? Press 1. Are they know each other, don't they? They know each other. They know each other. Her husband's friend, Paul, brought him along the night he met her husband. So it wasn't even her husband. So she was just there. She was just there. But see, Candice Owens had a lawsuit where her friend says some really nasty things to her. We're going to bring this up in the morning. But they were caught saying, her young man, white dude, her friend was the report, said that he was calling her the N-word and said this, and she won a lawsuit with the NAACP. But the thing is, it was her friend. And I always said, what if she set that whole thing up, her and her friends? Press 1, but I never said nothing. But what if? You never know what a girl likes, remember? Remember, you never know what a girl likes. In fact, women can be more vindictive than men. And these black women who associate themselves in these circles because they know black people there by her are willing to do any and everything. Fame, fortune, Louis Vuitton bag, Kim Kardashian clothing line style that you be wearing on. So you may have been just projecting because he's always been a flashy guy. You never were the flashy woman. Huh? Let's take it Columbo style. You weren't never the flashy woman. Look at you. You just look like a regular Dominican or like Ethiopian type person from Virgin Island, a mix of various different things. Who knows? You also been mentioning university. So if we're talking university, we must be talking Andrew Tate's Hustler University, where it takes $5,000. Crypto, in which his crypto was blacklisted. So eventually it was all going to crumble anyway. Y'all just didn't know. It was blacklisted. Her bank shuts down. It probably wasn't her bank at all. It was probably her husband's way of putting it on her unwittingly, unknowingly. Andrew Tate said he take advantage of women all the time. They don't do their tax. They don't know nothing. I'll take care of it. How can this Owens own a bank? And she barely, and she's not as smart as she's pretending to be. The bank would have to be her husband. in the circle he's in. Listen, we gonna line you up with the perfect husband. Press 1. Put you on some nice clothes. You can like act like you on TV and shit. Yeah, she's the only woman in the picture. Somebody said zoom in and she's the only woman in the picture. Yeah. It could have been the assistant who took the picture. Yeah, look, it's an assistant back there with really white hands. That looked like Pearl's phone. Oh, you see him? Oh, right there in the background. Pearl, that better be you, Pearl. Press 1. Press 1. You see it back there? You see it? I said Pearl's phone. Look. You see that? We got him, champion. Woo! I wonder who's behind that phone, G. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. Some really big white hands back there. I wonder who that is. Your assistant. Maybe you're the assistant. I don't know. We're going to get to it, man. I'm going to take a call. I'm going to take a couple calls and shut it down.
Waterworld.
Waterworld, what up, champion?
Hey, man, you got him again, Kev.
What you mean? Talk to me, champion.
Man, it seemed like, remember how he was telling us the husband and Candice Owens starting their own bank, wanted to start their own monetary, institution. And then they both from the UK, the husband and Tate. So what if, like you said, everything that you put is played out right there. What if they're laundering money for Tate?
Oh,
in a situation like that.
Yes, sir.
Like in the play, how you just saying it, and then she got to cover her ass and her husband ass because again, y'all gonna get implicated. Remember, he said they got to chase other laptops, so all this gonna come out on their ass too. And she looked like a procure. She looked like little Maxwell too, though. She looked like her husband bought her.
Oh, that can be true. That can be very true. So it looked like they
read that whole play. Even when you like, I know you don't like bringing up the past because
No, we can bring it up.
Look how the assets is being seized now. Remember when Trump signed that executive order? If you human trafficking any type of people, we're gonna seize your assets. And then you just brought it back up to he had a hearing. He lost his hearing. He's still in jail.
Yep, and they
seized
all his houses.
They seized all this stuff. He knew that was happening because they've been seized this stuff way back then already. That's why he was trying to get back on the neck. Remember, because he couldn't use his bank cards, none of his electronics. He couldn't do none of that. It was all seized. All of a sudden, Kanye, you can't use your money. Your money seized too. And y'all all funneling y'all assets through Candice because Candice is the money man. Or her husband, low-key.
Yes, sir. You got it, sir. It looks like a great point.
No, that's you got it, Kev. I just put up the information that you give. Because you done saw this already a while ago and just come back into fruition. That's why I'd be like, you blessed. I'll be like, I don't know how Kev do it, but you be doing it. So I'm going to sit back and hey, can I get off timeout now on the chat? I'm still at timeout.
Sir, I got you, champion. I got you.
God bless you.
You'll be out there in the morning, bro. You good. Thank you, champion.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
My man, Waterworld, he's gonna be out of the prison system in the morning. We gonna release him. Press 1. Man, let me out, bro. Come on, bro. I got you, Waterworld. Shout out to you. I gotta get to the release. Recently, with Purpose Inc., DBA Glorify experienced a series of financial challenges, which is the bank that Candice Owens owns. Press 1. Related to startup mistakes, reputation attacks, the declining economy, and multiple negative media stories. No shit. Press 1. Maybe they were laundering money for Tate and everything got seized. Everything evolved in this money laundering. It's this digital. Look at the bottom. Client assistance. We closed down our digital banking platform. As a result, we have closed all checking and savings account. And that's crazy because digital is what Andrew Tate was doing. Press one, it was no cash. You had to sign up via Bitcoin and you had to go via the bank. I bet you had to go through this bank via Bitcoin to sign up to the university. That's exactly how they was doing it. You got y'all ass. Press one, fucking around. Fucking around, right? Press one. Press one and getting everybody to sign up through Bitcoin. And that's a huge. Oh, so that's trafficking and banking. Trafficker, banking. Trafficker, bank. We got you. Press one. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great in the morning. This is going to be great. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow. If you would like to sign up to my Patreon. Support this broadcast. It's the realest broadcast on the planet. How to support? Go to Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. As I told you before, you may not like me. That's fine. I can deal with that in my life at this stage in my life. I'm tired of pleasing everybody. It's time to just unleash my superpower. Press one because you have none. Press one for I have cut the head off the snake. Press one before they even knew it. I told you, you ain't got to get them because I already got them. Press one. We just had to clear the view, step back, vision. People say, why you ain't coming to class? I got something on my mind. I got something on the line, nigga. Press one. Why you ain't do the class yet? Because God got me. I want to so bad, but God is saying, Kev, it's your time. Press one. All the work you put in, look at who's at fault. Don't pay attention to who you think the culprits are. Don't pay attention. Let the information find itself. Press one. You just get rid of the lies and the work. The culprits will come out. Press one. Not cobras. Culprits, right, Bocat? So at my school of detector and professionalism, I teach you how to not, go off of what you see, smell, and stuff. Sometimes you got to use your spiritual sense as well. But observe everything, though. Observe it as a collector. But the information is what's important, not your feelings, not what people think, not the people who come and go, no. Rico got a whole lineup for history class. Trust me, this all going to hit so hard, what we got coming in class. But this is what the regular people need. I'm going to show you what you really believe. I'm going to show you who you really believe, what they really out there in the world doing. This is why you should come to class, come to history class, so you will be aware of the ideological subversion. You heard what Brittany said. This is a subversion. They're hiding under the cloak of conservative values when they're doing democratic tendencies. Press one. Now, here I am talking about the Democrat heads, and the Republican dweebs are over here doing the same damn thing. Press one. See? That's why you don't make fun of people. Press one. I'm sorry, I'm projecting. That's why you don't make fun of the bungalows, man. They're just special. Press one. They're going straight to the bungalows, bro. They get special Balenciaga shoes and Balenciaga helmet. Candice Owens been projecting this whole time. I told you there's like some Scooby-Doo shit. The culprit is always the motherfucker who got y'all on the run. This is how communism works. Press one, they get you fighting against the other one and the other one. This is the perfect Illuminati shit. They get you, the people to get you to fight against some damn gay people when they the gays. They get you to fight against the masculine men because they the emasculine. There's a war out on us. So they're using reverse psychology, upside down, devil shit, to curse. Press 1, and I'm helping you. I'm helping you. They upside down, backward. So they magic, as you say, is dark. They spiritual practice is dark. It's not. It's through manipulation, which is not what you see. Is that you got to pay attention to their deeds. They trying to wear the makeup and the cool clothes to fool you. You got me? Some people are naturally just good-looking people who have that. Everybody don't have that. And these motherfuckers will go through lengths to be that, to have that type of power, that natural ability that one may possess, like Kev Gill. Sometimes you got to be given a credit card because you just ain't confident. It ain't happening. You just don't know what people will do. But now is the vision there is even deeper now because Candice is glorified. Glorify is a bank, and a digital bank at that. Press 1, dealing in crypto. You got me? So that's why they're afraid, because they may have all been taking part in something bigger than you know. Banking. Nigga, what we did right here, I'm gonna say we, but since I'm the head of the row, you know what Mr. Gillespie did? He done took down a whole traffic in the banking system with the words on my lips. That's what we did. Press 1. I say my words on this microphone has just destroyed. Press 1, a whole commodity. That's what. And my one brain atom did it. Press 1. Boom. That's what. I just wanted to say that before y'all go to sleep. Before I go to sleep. My brain did it. Just with this microphone. You know, close the banking empire and trafficking unit. Press 1. Get out of here. Well, y'all, I told you this ain't no YouTube page. It's G14 classified. That boy Kev Gill's a cold brother. I bet you. I'm trying to see who that is behind who took that picture. But it really don't matter who took the picture. That's just, for highlights on ESPN. We got it right here. The Trafficker and the Banker. Part 1, Masters of Disguise. The dark side of Candice Owens and Andrew Tate relationship. How that sound? Y'all ain't gonna never figure that out. I knew this was coming. I told y'all this gonna be big news worldwide. Press 1, you gonna know who Mr. Gillespie is. Yeah, y'all thought I was trying to be cool. I'm not trying to be cool. No, forget all that. We born cool anyway. Look, I've got something to show you. With no education, you can become the best journalist, investigative journalist on the planet. Press 1. In the world, Craig. Top flight security in real life of the world. So shout out Donald Trump for putting a damper. Candice Owens has a lot to answer for. What is her protection? Well, maybe he was laundering money. It's always, listen, in any of these relationships, you got to follow the money. Press 1. So they was trying to use their little they was trying to block Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to order some food for my son. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, You got a whole banking system right here. Her husband, Lloyd of London, Bitcoin mining, data coin base. You never know what's going on in the world. Press one. You never know what's going on. What is Paul Joseph Watson have to do with this? Who's this other guy? That's up for you guys to figure out. Press one. You guys got to figure out who these people are and come to class with something to offer. That's all. You got to do your research. All you got to do is look, Google these people, YouTube them. You'll see who they are, what they pushing, what narratives they pushing. Single-handedly. So imagine what we can do together. Press one. That's my thing. That's why I fight so hard. I'm like, imagine what we can do together. If one person can do this, imagine full steam ahead. That's all I'm saying. If one person can do it by himself, Paul Joseph Watson, press one, YouTube personality, writer, big tech is closing in on conservatives. Remember him. Press one, remember him. Another dweeb, press one. Another dweeb looking to swindle someone. Press one, mate. Looking to swindle someone. The GBI. There you go, Milwaukee. That's what we creating, the GBI. And boy, we got some cold detectives over here at the GBI. Press one. Fraud department. Press one. Shout out to Milwaukee Chris. At the GBI, the Gillespie Bureau of Investigation. Press one. Boy, and I'm telling you right now, we cold. I'm going to open up my first office. Press one. We contract. YouTube contract. We work for the public. Press one. We work for the public. We capture criminals at the highest levels of government. Press one. Jeffrey Epstein type shit. Our record is impeccable. We shut down banks. Our first bank that we ever shut down, glorified. Press one. And we seized all assets by way of Greta. Press one. We seized all assets of Andrew Tate, and we're about to close in on Candice Owens and anybody we find on these laptops. Else we gonna watch crumble. Join. I'm telling you. You just gave me the best idea ever. Press one. You got to work for it though, champion. It's a whole new year. That makes Judge Gills possible. You want to be part of the research team to go get these clowns and make Judge Gills possible? Will we hold the verdict online? That's what it is, G. That's what we got to do. GBI. I like that. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Press one. All of my employees are anonymous. Press one. You can't even see them. They just emojis on the computer. Press one. We don't call Andrew money laundering. He have been money laundering through one of these banks that was red flag collecting digital currency. And this is what I can come with. This is what they're saying. So we captured the trafficker. We're looking for other individuals who may know something about something. If you are out there, here, where the camera at? Press one. If you are out there and you are a victim of this, come forward. You thought T.I. was something. Press 1. You thought T.I. was something. Ooh, it feel good to be free. Press 1. You thought T.I. was something. You thought his PBA was something. We captured this guy already. If you are a victim of this group, of this guy, or you know anything about Candice Owens, knowing Andrew Tate, been around it, played assistant, made a pass that you go into pimping and pandering, trafficking, be one of the girls, call in 424-209 and give us an anonymous tip. Press 1, give us an anonymous tip, and we will surely display your information. Press 1. The tender swindler, huh? The catfish king here. 35 cameras. Boy, I wonder how many. There's more people in this photo. Press 1. I just saw a face. There's a guy all the way in the back. You see him? Boy, this is interesting. This is like unsolved mystery. There's somebody over there. Press 1. Is that Prince Harry? Press 1. That's why she mad. Press 1, you mad? Yet it's all shutting down, huh? What the fuck is going on in this country? In London? What the fuck was going on here? What the fuck was going on when I met my husband? Nah, you lying. You ain't met your husband. You smiling like you in love. He smiling like, press 1. Press 1. He smiling like, hold on, I gotta go to.
Unknown caller.
Hold on, let's go to the caller. Let's see what's going on in the world before I shut it down. Coffee and Kush TV on the air. What up?
Hey, Kev, I just wanted to throw something out there I was thinking about. With this whole situation, I think it's a lot of people that's involved as far as, if you remember the show Scandal with Olivia Pope,
Okay.
her whole team in that whole show was about what Olivia Pope was. She managed a crisis management team.
Oh.
So there's real crisis management people, like when a football player is accused of rape, they'll call up a crisis management team to see how they're going to present it to the public so that it can be presented in the proper way, you know? So I think that this team of people, the one thing they really have in common mostly is that they are all mostly immigrants. And if you pay attention to the speech patterns, especially of Candice Owens and Ben Shapiro,
Yes.
it's like they all kind of went to the same speech school of, okay, before we put you out here in the public, we got to send you through a class on how you're going to present yourself. Because we know how Candice originally came out. And it seemed like all these people came in at once, at one time, like it was an orchestrated plan. And the thing that I'm thinking about is that the main focus of these people was to attack mainly the black community.
Go ahead.
Meaning the black man, the black woman,
Yes.
who we are.
Yes.
And the thing is it's not that what Candice is saying or what Andrew Tate is saying in per se about women is maybe false, right? We know that there's women out there that do that.
Right.
It's the way that they speak it and the way that they say it, which inflicts emotion in the black community to go in the opposite direction. So you really have a team of psychologists that are also working with the crisis management, with trying to navigate the psychology of the people. And like I said, like if a black man, like let's say Kevin Samuels said the same exact thing that Andrew Tate said, his head would roll.
Yes.
I mean, a black man couldn't get up and nearly say any of the things that he says, but he's able to say it, which is also emasculating the black man and diminishing the black woman's value because they allow him to get away with saying these things. But they don't allow us to get away with saying these things. So it's all coming to a head because Trump put these things in order, but if you pay attention, all of them have been trying to associate themselves with him.
Yes.
And he won't ever pull them in. Candice has fought for 2-3 years trying to get under his good graces, and he refuses to allow her in.
Yeah.
And so she kind of failed at her mission.
Yeah.
And so now she's created 3-4 different channels. She had Blixit, she had this, she had that. Now she has her own platform because she's not successful in her mission of what she's supposed to do. And neither is Andrew Tate, because that's why they really had to get rid of Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels was the counter, but he had the sauce for the media, I think. I think Kevin Samuels had the blueprint, as to say, or he had built up the topic.
Yes.
So once he had built up the topic, then you have Andrew Tate that comes in behind him, and they try to act like he's a expert marketer.
Right.
But he's not an expert marketer.
Right.
The thing is that they use a team like the university.
Yes.
They put together a team, and what they do is what I found out on the university, people get paid to promote the university.
That's right.
So if people are getting paid to promote their links, obviously every time you post something about him, you have 5-10 people post against you. But that's because they're wanting to promote the link, promote themselves. They're getting a check off of being residual pay.
So
off of this.
Controlled opposition at its finest.
It's a controlled opposition, and so now what's really happening is Candice is trying to do
that. I really like that. That's real cute. That's real cute. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Candice is trying to right now to I'm pretty sure you see she took like 3 days to come out after that. And you see she took 5 days to come out after the Balenciaga incident because we weren't supposed to find out about Balenciaga.
Yes. See?
When that happened. So they were, you can look up you can hire a crisis management law firm that tells you what you need to do in a situation to control the public. It's a real thing. So that's why I think that we're paying attention, and she's the only one who said anything. But notice that no one speaks against Candice on YouTube besides you.
What does that tell you?
They're all a part of it. they're all a part of it, or they all have something to do with this. And like you said, Melanie has disappeared, and it's getting very hot on them right now. So Candice, that's why she speaks so in the way that she speaks to us, because it's to kind of confuse. You see how she's also talking to the pedophile or the predator. She's talking to the predator that wants to think that he's right, you know?
Yes.
When she's saying all these things and bringing up all those things. So she's the same way they divided the black community on who they wanted to vote for, who did you want to believe in, what did you want to do?
Yes.
She's dividing the mentality of people who are involved in that world of saying, yeah, that's what girls do. Yeah, this is what's happening. But she's not negating the fact that we're talking about individuals that experience something that are testifying right now. We're not talking about the entire world that it has a handle in living a life. You know, you can't pull in a sex thread and compare that to 6 victims out of the 75. You have to remember, they said he had 75 girls, so 6 of them said they were against their will
And it probably
out of 75.
was, yeah. Damn. And it's probably more.
It's probably more, but you have also they're in a whole nother country, so we don't even know how extensively this goes. But Andrew also was a groomer. If they were writing these men online, and who knows who they were, who knows who they were grooming to extort behind the scenes, which gave him also another lifestyle through extortion.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, don't tell me these women were using these men and catfishing the men, and the men were catfishing the women, because this is going to be bad. This is going to be very fucking bad. If these women are online using the manosphere and the red pill to extort and use, like Candice was saying about that website that she's fascinated by, that can be a form of extortion. Give us what we want, or we're going to put this out that you like to do this in Dubai. You know?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And when you're dealing with the type of money that they have, with all the money that she's with the Lords of London, okay, and you're dealing with Andrew Tate, you're dealing with Dubai, you're dealing with some of the top richest avenues of money out there that know who they may have. Like that movie, the show Scandal, when they wanted to set somebody up, it was called B12 unit would set up someone else.
Oh, they would use them as a
through a
scapegoat?
call. Yep, they would use them as a scapegoat, but they would set them up on a wiretap and say, okay, well, we're trying to cover this story, so we're going to put this on someone else. We're going to send this girl in here. We're going to clean up. You know, it's just like, this is real movie. It's a movie, but it's real.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking. That's just kind of what I'm thinking.
You have villains, you got spies, you got this one, and then you have heroes. You got the good guys, the bad guys. So it's gonna be fun to watch how this plays out. Candice knows Tate, and she looks like she knows him to a further extent.
Oh,
so, yeah. So thank
you.
you.
Definitely that picture. Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you so
All
much,
right.
sister.
You're welcome.
I appreciate her. Yeah, that picture right there, that picture says a lot. That says, I know him. I couldn't wait to meet you. Oh, I know who you are. Press 1. So at some point in time, we gotta, like the sister, start making rational thoughts, not just type, but you got to display rational thought. We're dealing with banking cartels that are trafficking digital bitcoins and using these women to have sex on webcam for Bitcoin. So the money is being laundered through the banks through Bitcoin. So all that shit was red flags. I see y'all first thing in the morning. Candice Owens, Andrew Tate, the Masters of Disguise, Tate Gate 2023 continues right here on Coffee and Kush TV. Make sure you support the broadcast. All shout outs from tonight will be delivered with those who contribute for the morning show as well before class. And then I'll do one afterward. Coffee and Kush TV. And as always, family, GBI, Global Network, Gillespie, what was it? What was it? FBI, Gillespie Bureau of Investigation coming soon. And as always, I'll holla.